Hey everybody, I'm Neil Krause, and on today's video, we start an ongoing marketing series for senior living communities. And today we're talking about high dollar referrals. Hey everybody, I'm Neil Krause, and like I said, in today's video, I want to talk about the high premium that you're paying to referral websites like caring.com and A Place for Mom. Now, I know that a lot of communities rely pretty heavily on these referrals and you're paying a high premium for them. So it's kind of obvious, but I think the best way to not have to rely so much on their referrals is to start generating referrals and leads of your own and basically filling your buildings on your own and cutting back on the budget that's required to pay these guys. So how can you do this? Well, let's talk about those companies and those websites first. What they are is a toll booth for your customer. They're intercepting them using search engine optimization, a little bit of social media, and pay-per-click advertising to take customers looking for your services. Then they promote their own brand, take down the information, and then turn around and sell that lead back to you when someone moves in. Now, I know the lead is valuable to you, especially if they actually move in. And so that's when it's really worth it to you. But I think with the budget that you're spending there, you could actually be doing some better things for your business and creating a more stable, ongoing funnel of leads. So for starters, I would say don't try and compete with search engine optimization and pay-per-click advertising. You're not going to beat them at their own game. They have a much bigger budget and they're able to do this far more effectively than you can as a single community or as a company of a handful of communities. I think the very first thing I would do if I was hired as a community marketing manager is I would go after Facebook in my area, in my geographic location, and amongst my demographic, which is the baby boomer generation who's looking for places for their parents, right? So Facebook is prime for your customer, okay? The demographic of Facebook is slowly getting older. The younger generation has moved on to other social media platforms, while older people are starting to create Facebook accounts and get on every day. Something like 56% of Americans 65 and older have a Facebook account. That's a phenomenal number of people. And if you can target and reach those people when they're in that decision-making process, Facebook is going to be a great place to do that. The other reason I like Facebook is what you're going to pay because of these referral sites per click on an ad in Google is going to be so astronomical. It's going to be so high that you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck out of a social media platform, something like Facebook. Facebook is still very undervalued. It's a lot like Google was several years ago. And I think you can get a lot more for your money by shifting your budget or allocating some new budget towards some Facebook ads. Try it and see if it works. That being said, don't go hire or shift the young person in the office that knows social media and tell them, hey, you're in charge of our Facebook ads. What you need to do is get a company that specializes in this, can create audiences and target demographics, have them outline it, and then you begin to market to those demographics on a regular basis. Now we're talking about items that show up in the news feed, not necessarily sidebar ads, but let's get in the feed. The other great thing is with the generation that's coming into Facebook being a little bit older, they consume content a little bit slower. And so this process of being a little slower with scrolling and going through and consuming everything that's in their news feed means there's a high likelihood that they're going to see your ad, consume your content, and possibly reach out if your services are interesting. This is where people are going to get referrals. This is where word of mouth is happening. This is where all of the attention for seniors and people that are going online, they're not. Yes, some obviously are going to Google and search engines and, that's always going to be there. But I think you could start to generate some great leads by utilizing Facebook, utilizing word of mouth, allowing people to talk about your company. Don't worry so much about the page views or the page likes on Facebook. I would be far more interested in engagement, how people are reaching out to you, what they're watching, what they're looking at, what the content is that you're producing, and what's working. So take a look at those things. Worry less about likes. Don't hire the young buck. Put somebody in charge of it. Get an agency to help you and really start to beat these referral sites and stop paying such high premiums. You're probably going to continue to have to do that for quite a while because they're really good at it. But as soon as you start to generate your own leads, you'll be able to shift that budget and hopefully not rely on them nearly as much anymore. You can get in touch with me. You can comment below if you have questions, comments, disagree, agree. I don't care. I'm happy to have a conversation. Let's talk about it. All of these are going to be basically geared towards making you more effective and hopefully increasing your marketing and making you the marketing rock star in your community. So let's get those communities full, and stay tuned for more videos. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks.